Morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. We are out at my favorite place, Bradenton Motorsports Park, for the reunion race. It is Friday. What we're going to be doing this weekend is a little bit of testing. Probably going to run no time with this thing, so probably won't see any times with it. But we got a race coming up next weekend in Rockingham, and we want to step up our nitrous jet a little bit. So got the bigger 48 jets in here. We're going to do a little bit of testing this weekend, get this thing dialed for next weekend. All right, guys, we are headed to tech, get this thing teched in, and get the car ready. We already got 48 jets in it, so we're stepping up from our last outing with 46 jets to our class legal largest of 48 jet. Get a couple test trips in, but we got to get the car back, put some fuel in it, just give everything a once over and set the shocks up, and then wait for a first round, which I think they said somewhere around 5:30. So see y'all then. For our first qualifying run. The track's fairly decent, so I don't know that we're going to try and smack it and go really fast right now, but we just want to go down and get some data from this new jet. How you feel, bud?
Dude, ready. I usually, when they call it no time, I'm in a different car, you know?
Yeah.
But here we are.
We're on a solo, so
yeah.
Hopefully nobody gets mad.
It's optional if you're with me or not.
That's
and then, you know, try to use it as a test session for next weekend.
Yep.
And if they get upset before round one about it, I tell everyone in the class, let me know. I'll go get a 240.
Yeah. Yeah. If worst comes to worst, we'll go get Lieutenant Dan.
Yeah.
I just wanted to get a couple shakedowns with a jet on this so I can look at everything and make sure everything's happy, and then we'll be ready for
get some data for Rockingham.
Yep, that's it.
All right, guys. We are in the Gonzo Camaro. And this isn't an Ultra Street race. This is a no-time race at the reunion down here at Bradenton Motorsports Park. Felt as if it was a prime opportunity to make some changes to the car and try some tune-up stuff to prepare us for Rockingham. Figured we'd get a couple different climates throughout this race. It's a Friday-Saturday race. Figured we'd get a few different climate changes between the 2 days to gather a laptop full of tune-ups to prepare us for this next race we have. And you know, build off of that. Made a few changes to the car in hopes to try to better where we were at, refine everything, and just sharpen the pencil for the middle of the season push here.
was a little spicy. I should have played it safe there. I knew better, but I was a little overconfident that the track would hold that. Clearly, the jet changes more than I anticipated for, so we're going to turn it back down on the next one. We'll turn it down, and we'll just make a nice, easy A to B. But yeah, we're definitely going to have some adjusting to do as far as our nitrous ramps, because that tune-up should have went down right there. On the 46 jets, that probably would have went down, and it would have been pretty fast. That was our third setting with the dump valve open, which we hadn't tried yet. So we'll turn it down the next one, just go A to B, get some data on it, see how everything looks. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the track. We sucked yesterday, so they're calling us up first thing in the morning. We're going to try to make another shakedown. Same tune-up we're going to run, trying to just go down the track. The catch can's tight this time. It's not going to fall off. I don't know how much you guys caught of that last night, but did our burnout and the catch can fell off again. So we're going to have to come up with something a little bit different with that thing, because you can't be having that. It dropped maybe a quarter of oil on the track, made a mess, and yeah, we just can't be dealing with stupid shit like that. So it's on there right now, signed up. We'll figure something out later on what we're going to do with that deal. But we're getting ready. We're going to go up and make a hit.
Guys, this is Saturday morning. We have our third qualifier in, and then there's going to be a long gap of the day, and we're going to pick back up for round one eliminations come about 5-6 p.m. As you guys can see, yesterday did not go as planned as all. We only got 2 out of our 3 runs, and first run it spun. Second run, you guys saw the catch can fell off again, and you know, it was like one of those calls I made. I just, instead of pushing back and putting it back on and trying to be the last car down the track, I figured, you know what, let's just put it in the box, save it for the next day, regroup, clear-minded. So we got our go-to hot track tune-up in it. Should just go A to B right here, nice like 107, 108, 60 foot, roll out the back to, you know, mid-low 50, and we'll gather it up and go from there for the rest of the day. Being that they're taking a break and we're going to race in the heat, or instead of racing in the heat today, they're going to take a break until about 5-6 o'clock. Because of that, we'll probably just keep the Camaro and run the shootout in the Camaro instead of bringing Lieutenant Dan out. Unless someone gets froggy and wants to race us, then you'll see a car switch here midday.
car between the no time class and limited street. It does quite well with it. Also runs in an ultra street every now and then, so you can speculate on what it runs, but I would rather see if we can get a good run out of him. Yesterday, he ran into nothing but problems on both runs. The first run, he encountered tire spin. The second run, the car had some fluid come out from underneath it. So Jack Stan has not made a shot at this car during qualifying yet. See how he does here. They got it figured out on that one. Nice, clean A to B.
All right, guys. Well, gremlins are gone. We made it down the track. Big relief, especially with the sun out. Obviously, that's our slow tune-up that we have loaded in this thing, but being that we changed the jets, made some other changes to the car, it's good to just be right where we were, going A to B. Nate came over, said how to feel, looked a little fat. We added some fuel for the bigger jet we put in the car, and in result, it might have been just a little too much. I mean, we're talking 4%, which ain't nothing, but we got data now. We can go collectively minds, look over it, make the call, but we're back. Let's do some racing today.
All right, bud. Well, that
felt great after yesterday.
Well, yeah, that did feel good too. But that was setting 1, which is our slowest tune-up, and that went the fastest it's ever gone on 1.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I'm impressed. We'll get it back. Woo! Look at that beautiful car.
Yeah, my boy don't get crashed. I got my helmet with me. He gets, needs a drive.
Dude, he just went a 728 with a 130 60 foot.
Yeah. When I drove his car, I went a 721, but it went like 116, 115 to the 60
Yeah, you
to
pull
do
160. That thing will go 6s easy.
Yeah, you just gotta get after it short.
Yeah.
Nothing like having a car that goes 130 to 60 foot rolled on the back of a 720.
That's what we call horsepower.
Power on tap.
Yeah. But yeah, that felt good. It looked good. We were a little rushed this morning, so I didn't get to set the shocks. Hopefully they were close enough. But yeah, for what that,
yeah,
it only went a 110 60 foot.
110 with an O.
Yeah.
So it's like right there.
Yeah.
Slow enough out the gate to where it ain't gonna try to spin.
We could have definitely hit it harder, obviously, but not knowing where we're at. Yeah. I'm like,
And it's good to know that now we know like these conditions on 1 will go with 54.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, like that's good.
Yeah. This thing's we just gotta find our spicier tune-ups. Maybe a little bit later. I don't know if we're gonna keep getting slips, but we'll just knowing that, because that 60 foot is about what we were going on the other jet.
Yeah.
So I think last night was it was a little much, and with the brand new tire, probably shouldn't have hit it that hard. Now I think we'll probably be all right. We'll spice it up a little bit, see if we can go 106, 107, and then it should go pretty fast.
And then just pick it up from there throughout the day, since we'll be racing at nighttime, not in the sun no more.
Yeah.
So it's only going to be like a 3-round race.
Yeah, yeah. There's not many cars, if we even, depending on who we draw first round.
Yeah. There is some fast guys out here, but I think we're probably top 3 for the fastest cars.
Yeah. It looked really good. So,
so hopefully with that, we just either want to draw the fastest guy first round in hopes we get lucky.
Yeah.
Or we need to be good and not get them to the
I'm fully confident we can probably out 60 foot every car in that class at the moment.
Yeah. Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Now that we found center.
Yeah, we're okay again.
Yeah.
I wasn't too worried about spinning last night. I was like, all right, it was a little hot, new tire. Like, I'm not going to worry about it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go changing a bunch of stuff. I know it's probably a fluke. So, all right, let's get this thing back and look it over.
Go get her fluffed and buffed and then wait till 5 o'clock.
That's
Go
it.
Some steak.
Yeah, we need some steaks. All right, guys, we are back out of the track. Had us a nice little day of relaxation while they're running all the index classes. Camaro is turned around, ready to go. We got Lieutenant Dan out here just in case. Oh, there we go. Just in case they don't want us to run the Camaro in Eliminations, because it is a no-time class. This is a class car, so if they don't want us to run it, we'll come back and grab Lieutenant Dan and make a hit with that. But James is going to throw some fresh plugs in it. We'll work at the tune-up a little bit. It's got a fresh 5.3 motor in it. Same combo as before, but nice and fresh. And also has a new turbo on it, so it flows a little bit more air. But it does need a little bit of work on the tune-up. So he's going to throw a fresh set of plugs in it. We'll work on it a little bit, and then we'll see how the day goes. All right, guys, we're going up for elimination round 1. We're going to bring the Camaro 240 sitting here ready to rock and roll if we need it. All right, guys. Well, that pass was faster. Not enough for that car. That's a very fast car. 200 whip block. If you watch my videos for a while, you have seen that car, and it's very, very fast. But we gave him a run for his money. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough, but we did get the data we were looking for. We got the new jets in the car. Everything looks happy. Everything's looking promising. All right, guys, we're going to end this video off here. We're going to head up to Rockingham, North Carolina this coming weekend and run Ultra Street with the Camaro. We got some truck updates coming for you guys. I got a bunch of parts in, so you'll see this video. Then maybe we'll do a little bit of a truck update on the Mississippi Queen. I have a ton of parts sitting there. Unfortunately, this week I'm not going to have a lot of time to work on them, but we'll go through what we got, and I'll give you guys an update. I appreciate you guys watching. As always, stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next episode.